It's Week 5 of the National Football League.
And coming up, we'll see Stephon Diggs.
He's more than happy with last week's numbers, going well over 100 yards and scoring twice. It's the Bills and the Dolphins coming up next.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins. Brandon Gaudin alongside as always. First quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This one taken just inside the 10, and he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 27, Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Trying to run forward with Pollard, and he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Faced for their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. Looking for Knox on the crossing route. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. Nifty move. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Allen. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards, the final tally.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Here's Allen to throw it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
2nd down and goal. Allen got a man, and he hits him in stride. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Marquez Stevenson.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Bills' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Well, this is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. Get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And they get to him right out of the gate. And this defense hoping that that's a harbinger of things to come.
Yeah, when you give up a first-play sack, makes your quarterback wonder if he's going to go to the sidelines and talk with his offense coordinator and head coach and say, hey, that game plan we put together? We might need to change it right now.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player.
We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, here's Tua.
Tua hit, and the ball is out.
And the Bills have recovered. Defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua. On the right side, open is Gesicki. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Now Tua. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Stephon Diggs, 20, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Such an impressive punt return, 83 yards. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
Bass on for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Two yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Looking to pass. Tua. They'll get this to his running back, Edmonds. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Here's Tua. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Wilson. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
Ready, set.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he slings one that's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Kaiir Elam makes a pick, and the Bilsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Going for the deep ball. He's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. And even 60 yards. And Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career. And that's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that. And even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, because when you think about it, Brady and Breeze, they've done that 4 times over. But when you hit 20,000, let's face it, only a little over 100 got.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done? But they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Forced out to his left. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 21-0 our score after 1. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. 2 and now on 1st down. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Tua's throw here taken in by Gesicki. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late.
It's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On second down, this is Edmonds. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. Tua sets up to pass it. Touchdown! Mike Gesicki, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins get a bit closer. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it all concluded with a touchdown pass to the tight end, Mike Gesicki. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Bills to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Allen. And his throw is incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Allen. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
But you can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3 and out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Completes to Shakir once again. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage to 43 on 2nd and 4. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And Diggs has it. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. Tap forward by Allen on the jet sweep. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Second and 14. To the air, Allen. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Allen again. Has his man. It's Shakir. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Pollard again. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So on fourth down, out is Tyler Bass in the Buffalo field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 37. The kick by Bass is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Now we'll run straight ahead with Edmonds. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Tua going to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Blake Gillikin on the punt now on fourth down. The good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge because they may come back if they lose.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. From the 35 on 2nd down. Tua flushed out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Flush to his right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Allen. Out to the left. He's got his tight end Knox. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. To throw again on second down. Allen buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. To his throw, caught by his receiver, Hill. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. From the 36, Tua. He'll look to Gesicki on the out route. Ball is caught. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Tua finding Gesicki there for a Dolphin first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis. And it's the Buccaneers who are out in front.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And the half will begin with a touchback. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
From midfield, here's Tua. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here's a give to Edmonds running to the right. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. 3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. It's a gain of a yard, and it's first down Miami.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. It's a slant to Hill. And they'll work this down inside the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to pass. Tua. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. So the drive's going to start with Pollard, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Pass delivered successfully to Knox on the out route. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. The Bills send the punter out, standing just outside his own goal line. Oh, look at the juke. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Miami's offense set and ready to go. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now Tua. And that's knocked away and incomplete. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And the Bills getting set to go. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tempt to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 49 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Throwing again on second down. Allen. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Emmanuel Agba that time able to drop him for a loss.
Well, I thought they started the third quarter where they forced a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Allen. Shakir hauls it in. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
They'll run for it with Pollard. No dice for Sean McDermott and the offense. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. Well, Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Now Tua on the bootleg here. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Tua. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 21. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the ball to the end zone.
Tua with a throw brought in by Hill. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Running left, here's Edmonds. And he stopped immediately there. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Tua. This is caught. And he's brought down. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with Edmonds. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Chase Edmonds, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them. And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done. Sanders on for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 24-17. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was capped off by the Chase Edmonds touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And here come the Bills. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Allen. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 2. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. Now Hill to return it. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. And out come the Dolphins now. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. They'll start on the ground with Edmonds. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
The receivers have been running them ragged, maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to it, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They got a chance to take the lead.
Sanders now to have the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 69 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. On second and 9, Allen. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 36. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now a give here to Pollard. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a second and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Pollard going to try the right side. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On first down, Allen. And Diggs has it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. From the gun, it's Allen. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Run for Pollard. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills have taken the lead here in the fourth. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On play action, here's Tua. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Tua sets up to pass it. Dancing to his... And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
The Bills ready to take over.
They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And the Dolphins are right back in this football game. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And to the left side here, Wilson. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out. By a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Steps away to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
And he's going to have a Bills first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Going to run again here with Pollard. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Now Pollard. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back to throw. Allen has his man. It's Shakir. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the first down yardage there. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for Buffalo, they move back up.